Romans 8 verse 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. Following yesterday's sharing, the second section is sowing seeds. This kind of sowing should be done according to the truth. And every truth, God will reward us for practicing the truth. For example, for the sake of truth, we give alms to the poor, because of truth, we help, heal, care for patients, and so on. Various characters are built up and produced as we practice the truth. Everybody knows, Zion teaches the messages of hundredfold blessings and parables of the kingdom of heaven. In fact, it affects your character throughout your life. This includes your behavior, judgment, and decisions. Sowing, for Christians, even for people who didn't attend our church in the past, there is no such way, this kind of life at all. Since the teaching of a hundredfold blessing, the most important thing is to change the previous values in your life. Your values jump out of the selfish desires, looting, and greed of the world. This will prevent you from being born with a bad character. Sowing seeds is very special. The reason why it emphasizes removing gravel and thorns from the heart. Because God, through the secret of sowing, has drawn bad characters from our hearts. Therefore, sowing seeds can raise the connotation of character to another level. The third is, they loved not their lives unto the death. It requires us to persevere with our lives, and exchange life for the truth of our beliefs. Therefore, all three are three levels of character. It also has its own width. The so-called width. That is, you may sow financially but never in healing, or sow in healing but never in understanding and wisdom. The so-called understanding and wisdom are very personal. It belongs to you. So, if you want to have great understanding and wisdom, your sharing must be understood by others. Let others have wisdom, do you understand? In this way, you can increase your understanding and wisdom. Instead of constantly having wisdom and looking for understanding, because you are only seeking but not sowing. What does sowing mean? Although you understand, how do you make people understand? This is the secret of my success. My sharing can make people understand. No matter how profound the information is, it can be understood clearly. Therefore, in understanding and wisdom, a hundredfold blessing is scattered. However, you are already impatient if you talk to your wife for more than a few words. How can it not be stupid? You are tired of being understood and understood by the people around you, tired of helping them through life's difficulties, but you are not preaching on the stage. Isn't it a waste of many opportunities to sow seeds in this field? Therefore, these three are the three characters in life. It has its own width and depth. Just like sowing seeds, in addition to healing and prosperity, you can also sow understanding and wisdom. Admittedly, time can also be sown. Don't spend your time treating it as sowing, but giving your time is considered sowing. Only when you give time to others can it be regarded as sowing. In the process, all three of these are the character of our conduct in the world. And it involves width and depth. This system did not exist in the world. But God deliberately set up this system for human beings in the world. The purpose is to make it a reward of character. Since it is the reward of character, naturally, it needs to be maintained by personality. In the beginning, Saul was able to become an emperor because of his character. Later, David became the next emperor, which was also a reward for his character. Then, they also need to use their personalities to maintain the throne. Remember this. Unfortunately, some people do whatever they want when they are safe and stable. Relying on having all kinds of money, such as stability, health, and protection, but they didn't think clearly. These health, stability, and protection, it's all a reward for his character. They think they have these rewards. There is no need to treat others respectfully or accommodate others. Personality will be distorted and even destroy the original character's foundation. In the end, even if you are the emperor, you are a dragon and a phoenix among people. But the reward of this distorted character is the death of the family. Isn't this precisely what David experienced? When David sinned, he could not have imagined that he would actually end up in such a miserable situation in the future. Just because he has not studied deeply, with all the stability, supply, and protection you have, it's always the reward of character. If you don't maintain your character, how can we retain the rewards we get from personality? This is precisely what makes them stupid. Therefore, I once used the blessing cake as an explanation. Life can be divided into different categories. If you need to learn how to expand yourself, the blessing cake will be easy to balance. Maybe we are unfamiliar with the topic of multiplication. It is a brand new teaching, especially about the width and depth of sowing. However, this is the fundamental equation about personality return. It should be noted that all multiples of growth, there is always the reward of character. When reviewing the blessings and curses in the Bible, doesn't it mean that in our short life on earth, is it a reciprocal exchange that God gives based on our character? Now we look at the 10 Commandments again, and so is it. But the simplest. I once said that since God gave the 10 Commandments, it must be not easy to follow. Similarly, God gave a New Testament, the requirements are also difficult to implement. This is inevitable. What's the explanation? If it can be done quickly, you don't need a good personality, struggle, or determination. Then you will spend your life in a muddle and efficiently meet the requirements. Do you understand? Romans 8 verse 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God.
Planted beside the river, a place where nobody knows, from just a little seed caught up in survival, a mighty tree has grown, resolute and resolved under pressure. Evil keeps striking blows, but still it never bends or breaks. Every leaf that grows, every fruit that bears, miracles no one's ever seen before. God's word's ingrained in me, inside these roots forevermore. Every inch we rise closer to your likeness. The stars above us rejoice with one accord. You shine upon us, in time we shall receive your power, Lord.